Are you ready for your August 2023 numerology? Because August is a fun-filled month. This is a month that has a blue moon in it, which is 2 full moons in a calendar month. We didn't have a blue moon in 2022, and we're going to get delighted with it here in August of 2023. So we kick the month off with a full moon in Aquarius. Then we have a new moon in Leo. Then we have that second full moon of the month in Pisces towards the end, with a lot of other fun stuff sprinkled in between. So here comes your monthly numerology for August 2023. Well, hello, Life Path 7, and welcome to your readings at the round table for your August 2023 monthly numerology. I'm Jennifer, and I'm actually surprised that I'm sitting here and not melting into a big puddle because it's so hot. Now, I know that this is not the hottest place on earth. It just feels like it right now. But I only know my own oven, and Georgia right now is an oven here in July. So delightful. But I have Mouse here with me who looks like he's ready to jump. So just keep your head up here. And then I have Yasmin over here. They are enjoying the air conditioning with me as well. Yes. And let me tell you something, she's been running nonstop, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to glisten on camera, but what are you going to do? It's July in Georgia. That just says heat, doesn't it? All right, Life Path 7, I am getting off the subject, right? So, August for you, Life Path 7, is a 22-4 month. Yes, indeed, it is a 22-4 month. I would say astrology-wise, there's a few things that you need to watch, but Mars goes into Libra in August, and I would definitely say that this is something that you need to pay attention to with all that's going on. I'm just saying. All right. So looking at this from the 22 perspective, because 22 does carry the foundation of the 4, so that's why I am reading for both the 22 and the 4 for you. The mantra of the 22 is, I ignite the torch of discovery and healing within my world. So 22 is a spiritual master. They're a healer. They're a counselor. They like to build and strengthen relationships. They're definitely an arbitrator because they want to make sure that everybody feels like they're heard. They're highly, highly intuitive and a lot of guides. So don't be surprised if that's what comes into you this month. Don't be surprised if you start feeling like you have more guides, especially with you being a 7 in a 7 year. This could be a part of your spiritual expansion this month. The time of the 22 is very practical, but it's also a time of being a luminary. This is the lesson of a 22 is to push through procrastination and feelings of overwhelmment in order to embrace their true life purpose. So that's the thing. As a 422 myself, I understand. I absolutely understand these shadow sides, the shadow effects here. It feels like there's too many problems to solve. It feels like there's too many problems in the world. And it feels just like, oh my gosh, I can't take care of any of this, so I'm just going to give up and procrastinate. Like, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, and it's easy to really worry about stuff. And as a Virgo and a 22-4, I worry about stuff. Yeah. So you can also feel like there's a conflict between your inner feelings and practicality, but it doesn't have to be that way. It truly doesn't. Now I want to talk about the 4 because they're the same but different. So the mantra of the 4 is, I'm a builder, confident and steadfast, seeking order and accomplishment. This is the place where you can come back and say, okay, I feel overwhelmed, but I can work through this one little bit at a time. And every time I do a 22-4 reading for someone, I always say the old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. One thing at a time. You cannot build a house by doing it all at once. You have to do one thing at a time. Put the bricks together. Build a wall. Build another wall. Then what needs to come next? A roof, a floor. What needs to come next? Plumbing, electrical. But those things are compartmentalized. So it doesn't necessarily mean okay, you started with the walls, you're in a good place now. It may not necessarily say that you have to do one thing before the other. I mean, I don't know what building codes are, but this is just an example. You do what you need to do. Just start somewhere and move forward. Because the 4 is a time of work. It's a time of hard work. It's a time of building. But the things that you're building are businesses, relationships. You're building your family. You're organizing your life. You're removing clutter, both physical and spiritual. You're putting things in order, and you're really manifesting a solid foundation for yourself. You're manifesting a solid foundation for that business, that family, those relationships, those friendships. This is a good time to do that. The shadow side of a 4 is, again, very similar, but it's overwork can cause stress, closing your mind to new or different ideas. You're impatient with how long it takes to build relationships. Very much so. And you can be this is a serious time, so you can be too serious about things. This is so important that you just keep moving ahead, taking one step after another, keep moving ahead, and just keep making headway. And you'll be surprised at how far you get. You really will. I think that this is important because the lesson or the shadow side of a 7 is running from problems and decisions. It's that self-imposed isolation, that self-doubt and insecurity. And if you feel like there's too many problems to solve, or you're giving up because you're just there's too many problems to solve, there's too many problems out there, I can't deal with it, it's not going to happen. That could feed into you running from problems and decisions. That's not where you need to be here, 7. What you need to do is do what you always do. Search for and recognize peace. Listen to your insight, trust your own judgment, and for the love of all that is holy, open yourself up to your spiritual connection. It's going to be great. Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned, I am pulling from 3 card decks this month because we had this wonderful blue moon. So I thought, well, let's pull out Moonology, see what's going on. I thought that would be the best one. I think I do hear thunder. Ooh, Athena. I didn't switch the camera over. There we go. Athena, inner wisdom. I like that. There's so much going on. There's a lot that happens every month, but this month there's so much going on with the moon, and we're like adding 2 more planets going retrograde with Mercury and Uranus. So I think paying attention to Mars moving into Libra this month is going to be, it's going to be important for you to watch. And oh my gosh, so I think it was last month, I started a store on my website, and so I added a bunch of cards and stuff. But I'm going to the Gem and Mineral show next week, so I will be able to pick up a bunch of stuff and add that to my website as well. So stay tuned for some awesome goodies. Should be fun, right? Ooh, full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. Oh, I love that for you. This is so awesome. I think I really do hear thunder. Maybe that's why Mouse camped out in here. I thought it was just the heat and my magnetism. Oh yeah, the astrology for August 2023 should be up before the numerology comes out, so make sure you check that out as well. It's basic astrology, so if there's already an astrologer that you watch online, please feel free. I just like to give everybody a basic understanding of what's going on astrologically speaking, so that they understand like how it's going to affect their numerology or their zodiac readings. You know. Ooh, Cupright. Rites of Passage. I thought these cards were, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to pull another green card. They're all going to match. But actually, there's purple in the waterfall here for her. Athena, inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. You do have to trust yourself. You have to trust your own judgment here. All right. Full moon in Virgo here at Life Path 7. You are good enough. It's time to really be honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far, and drawing this card suggests that you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be the Flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. I love that. You don't have to be Flash. Just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. And attuning to the moon, find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your life. You know, that does like bring me to the shadow side of the 22 is feeling that conflict between inner feelings and practicality. But I think that you can find some good balance here. I really do. I have faith in you. Okay, Cupright. Rites of Passage. Oh, that's a pretty one. Cupright is a feminine aspect of the crystal hematite, a very sacred stone. It holds the medicine and energy of guiding you through the process of transformation and healing on a very deep level. This dynamic crystal invites you to sit with your pain and stop running from your fears. It offers a space of deep healing and allows you to find the strength and the courage to deal with life's challenges as you draw deep wisdom from this process. It supports exploring the shadow self and healing deep issues. It provides access to sacred ancient knowledge of the feminine. It supports and holds you as you enter into the void. It supports you to feel like you belong here on earth. And you do, because you are good enough and you know what to do. I really love this for you, Life Path 7. I really do. This is going to be, it has the potential to be a very interesting month for you. And maybe it'll cool off in the process. I don't see it happening, but you know, a girl can hope. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out with the algorithms. But if you don't want to create a YouTube account just to like subscribe to my channel, I get that too. It's okay if you just watch. But thank you so much. Don't forget to watch your zodiac readings and the astrology for August 2023. And check out my website and go shopping. You might find something you like. Might. It should be up and running in August, like all the new stuff that I'm buying. So it'll be good. Thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful August. And until we see each other again, Life Path 7, get out there and make your magic. Bye.